Let's play Mage Knight on Tabletop Simulator. I'll be playing the solo Conquest scenario, and we'll be using the highly scripted version developed by Tough Luck on the Steam Workshop. The script will take care of setup for each round and almost all of the cleanup after each turn. It'll really help speed up the game and help me focus on the gameplay. Let's start by selecting the options for the game. I want to include all the enemies from the expansions, so I will check the option to include the monsters from the Shades of Tesla. These monsters have special abilities and rewards that the base game monsters don't have. I will try to point these out when they come out. Next, I'll let the script select a random character for me and for the dummy player. I will increase the difficulty of the game slightly by setting the first city I encounter to level 7 and the second to level 10. Okay, that's all the options I'll change. I'll now let the script set up the game for me. I'll be playing as Wolfhawk. The character is from one of the expansions and is very mobile and can be versatile in the beginning. I do enjoy playing with this character, so let's see how it goes. The dummy player will use Noros. He starts with 2 white crystals and 1 green. These will never be consumed, but instead will modify how many cards from his deck are flipped each round. Checking out the map, I can see a village, a monastery. I keep up in the left corner, a maze which I don't care for that much, and a couple of mines. Now let's check out the card offer real quick. The unit offer has available shock troops, scouts, and the Udom guardsmen. All of them can be recruited either in villages or keeps, so I can potentially recruit any of the 3 this round. Since there is a monastery in the map, there's an advanced action card I can gain by training there. This round, it's Mana Storm. It's a really good card. Let's see if I can nab it before the end of the round. The advanced action offer has 3 red cards: Intimidate, Into the Heat, and Counterattack. Mage Towers are the most common way of learning a spell. Since there aren't any on the map, I probably have no hope of learning one this round. Learning the shield could have been useful in the beginning. Charm Possesses, a very interesting one too. Alright, let's get going. First thing to do is choose a tactic card for the round. These will give us a special ability or a one-time effect. I started with a lot of movement in my hand. I can get to the village with my starting cards. There, I might be able to recruit the scouts or the guardsmen. Of course, if I get the right cards next turn. The guardsman is a very nice unit to have, especially against swift enemies. I really like the scouts too. Since I'll just move to the village on the first turn, I guess I'll take planning. That way I'll get 1 extra card on the next turn, as long as I end with 2 cards. Noros took the early bird tactic, so he'll go first. He draws 3 cards, and the third one is red, since it doesn't match any of his crystals. He doesn't draw another card. Okay, now it's my turn. You can see the script place Wolfhawk's figure on the portal. This is where Mage Knights enter the world. To get to the village, I'll need a total of 5 movement points, 2 for the grassland and 3 for the hills. Let's use swiftness to generate 2. That will get me to the plains. I think I'll keep improvisation to generate the influence I need to recruit in the village. I'll instead crystallize white mana. Hopefully, I'll draw some more movement cards next turn. The cards are moved to the discard pile and the used mana die are rolled by the script. Unfortunately, I get another black mana in the source. You can see the script automatically adjusts my hand limit to 6. Okay, I need to process the dummy player's turn again. So, the last card it draws is white this time. Since he has 2 white crystals, he will draw 2 more cards. And now it's my turn again. I will interact with the locals at the village this turn. If I can produce enough influence, I'll be able to convince friendly units to join me. But first, I need to get to the village. I'll use March for 2 movement points. I still need 1 more point to traverse the hills. I'll play Tranquility Sideways for 1 more point. I can use Improvisation to generate 5 influence, but I would need to activate its stronger effect with red mana for that. There is only blue mana in the source. Fortunately, I have Concentration in my hand. I will play it for a red mana token. Improvisation requires me to discard another card as well. I'll discard Mana Draw. Wait, let's think about this for a second. It does seem like a waste to discard Mana Draw. I could generate more influence if I use the stronger effect of Concentration to add 2 more to the effect of Improvisation. No, that would be a waste, since I only need up to 5 influence to recruit the most expensive unit available at the village. I'll go back to what I originally played. Okay, so now that I have influenced the locals, let's go to the card offer to decide who to recruit. I like the mobility the scouts offer, but the blocking power of the guardsmen is too tempting. That's all I can do for the turn. Unfortunately, I didn't meet the 2 card minimum for my tactic, so my hand will be 5 this next turn. I get Promise, but I really don't need it anymore. I also get Swift Reflexes. This is a special card for Wolfhawk. It replaces Swiftness in the basic deck. I'll try to conquer the keep. I could move into the wasteland and then assault the keep. That will cost me 6 movement points, but if I move to the plains and then over the wall to the keep, it will only be 5. It would mean the enemy in the keep will be doubly fortified, but I don't plan to siege it anyways. Alright, let's use March for 2 points and play Promise Sideways. No. Let's just move to the plains first, that way I can see who is protecting the keep. It's a swordsman. They are pretty tough to defeat. I'll need an attack of 5 to take them down. I will also need to defend from their attack of 6 or take 3 wounds to my hand. This might be where the guardsmen come in handy, but I think it will be best to finish my turn here. I'll be better prepared next turn to assault since I would get 2 new cards thanks to planning. So, I get more attack and movement, which will really help this turn. Now it's the dummy player's turn. I will move onto the keep. I will use stamina for 2 movement points, but I'll need 1 more to pass the wall. Let's play Promise Sideways for that. The script automatically sends the enemy token to my player area when I move onto the keep. I'll use my 2 rage cards to generate 4 attack. With the 2 attack from the guardsmen, that will be enough to kill the swordsman. But before that, let's defend against their attack. I will use Swift Reflexes to reduce the attack by 1 to 4. And I will power Determination with blue mana from the source to completely block it. Okay, now let's move to the attack phase. Let's complement the attack from my rage cards with the swordsman. That will be a total of 6 attack. I defeated the swordsman and taken over the keep. If I leave the swordsman token face up, the script will assume I defeated them and will automatically award me the 4 fame for it. The script also decreased my reputation down by 1 for the attack on the key. Since my fame reached the second row of the fame board, I get to level up. Let's first pick a new skill token. I get to pick between 2 tokens. The first is motivation, which will allow me to draw up 2 cards once per round and gain 1 fame. The other is on her own, which will give me extra influence every turn. I can't pass on motivation. It is just too useful. Next, I get to pick 1 advance action card from the offer as part of my level up. Intimidate is a nice, flexible card. I could use it to influence or generate a lot of attack, but it comes with a cost to my reputation. Into the Heat would have been good to get later on in the game, when I have more recruited units. I'll go with counterattack. I think it'll work well with our guardsman's block ability. Chilling Stare is also a good card to have as well. I might try to get it later on if it is still available. Okay, so I am done leveling up. Let's grab our cards and move to the next turn. I ended up with no cards in my hand, so planning doesn't increase my hand size, but being next to my keep increases it by 1. It doesn't matter either way since I only have 3 cards left in my deck. I don't have much to do this turn, but since I got a movement card, I can explore the 2 terrain tiles adjacent to my key. Before that, I know I don't have any cards to draw, but I'll go ahead and use my motivation skill to at least gain 1 fame. That puts me at 5 fame now, 3 away from another level up. Okay, let's get back to exploring. I'll use Tirelessness to generate 2 movement points. This is the other special card in Wolfhawk's deck. It replaces stamina in the basic deck and modifies the amount of movement generated by other cards played the same turn. I'll use the 2 movement points it gives me to explore the left tile. Nothing extraordinary. I will also explore the other tile playing a card sideways. That will give me 1 movement point, but Wolfhawk's card will add 1 to it for a total of 2. This is much better. I get a monastery right in front of me, a dungeon to the right, and another rampaging enemy. I would have loved to move to the monastery, but I am short 1 movement point. That means that my last card will be useless this round, but I think I did pretty good to start the game. Alright then, let's end the turn. I have no cards left in my discard pile, so I won't draw any. The dummy player is also out of cards, so he will call for the end of the round. I can't do anything with my last turn, so I will forfeit the turn and end the round. The script will shuffle all my cards back into my deck, roll the dice, and prepare the new tactic card selection for the night round. Okay, so I get plenty of movement to start the round. The mana source isn't that great. The yellow die can't be used at night, but the white ones might be useful. Now that I have a monastery close by, let's check to see what advanced actions they've got to teach. Blood Rage is a potent card. You can power it up by gaining a wound, but the great thing is that it's optional. Also, Wolfhawk has a lot of healing skills, so it might go well with her. The other card, Firebolt, with its range attack, is the good option too, if possible. I might try to learn something this round in a monastery. I currently don't have space to recruit another unit, but I am only 3 fame away from my next level up, which will open up a new space. The swordsman, just like the one I defeated, can be hired in the keep. The northern monks can only be hired in the monastery. And the magic familiars are available in the monastery and mage towers, but also appear in the magical glades. Okay, the game is reminding me that I need to pick a new tactic card for the round. I really don't like the available mana in the source, and I don't want to be limited by mana this round. I'll take Mana Search, which will allow me to roll up to 2 dice each turn. The dummy player took Midnight Meditation, so I'll go first this round. Let's start by rolling a yellow and white die from the source. I would have really loved to move to the monastery first and learn one of the available cards, but I can't generate the 6 influence I need. I got some firepower in my hand, so I think I'll move to the dungeon to take on the monster dwelling there. If I can defeat it, I'll get a spell or artifact as a reward. I hate to use it so early, but I'll have to move with tirelessness. When I get to the dungeon, I can also use some movement points to explore. I will power it up with a blue mana from the source for 4 movement points, which I will use to traverse the 2 plane hexes. I'm not sure what card to use to explore. I could play 1 card sideways since a tirelessness will add 2 to it. I'm not sure. It's kind of a waste, but I guess I'll have to use March to explore. Again, nothing remarkable, but I need to keep exploring to find those cities. I think it's best to finish my turn and wait until the next one to attack the dungeon. I'll only get 1 new card since my hand size dropped to 5 because I'm away from my keep. The dummy player will flip 1 more card since the last one was red. I'll only roll the yellow die this turn. I think the other 2 will be useful. Well, black is also useless for me at the moment as it is mostly used to power up spells. Okay, I'll walk into the dungeon now. Let's see what it has in store for us. One restriction I forgot to mention is that I can't use my units here. It's a shadow. This is a really nasty monster. Fittingly, it's elusive. This means that if I don't completely block its attack, it will have the higher armor value. Also, it has arcane immunity, which means it can't be targeted with special effects. Its attack is only 4, but it's a cold fire attack. Most blocks will be half effective. So yeah, not good, but let's see how to deal with it. I'll power up Wolfhawk's excellent swift reflexes to reduce the shadow's cold fire attack by 2. That way I'll only need to produce 4 points of block. I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to use this card even if the shadow's arcane immunity, since it affects its attack only and not the monster itself. Let's generate the 4 block by playing 2 cards sideways and using Rage. Now that the shadow is blocked, its armor value drops to 4. This is great. I can use the counter attack card to take it out. It will give me 4 points of attack without powering it with mana because the monster was blocked. The 4 fame I'll gain from defeating the monster will level up my character. I've got no cards left, so I'll proceed to the next turn. Let's claim the reward for conquering the dungeon. I'll roll one die. Depending on its result, I'll either get an artifact or a spell. Okay, so an artifact it is then. I'll go to the card offer to draw two of them and choose one. The Bow of Starstone will produce range attack of 2 for every other card I discard from my hand. Very, very impressive. The Circlet of Proficiency will allow me to use a skill in the offer or acquire a new skill permanently. I like this too, but I can't pass on the bow. Let's have a look at the fame board. My fame is sitting at 9. I need to get 6 more fame to reach the next level up. This next one will give me a new skill token and an advanced action card. I finally get some influence cards. Good thing there's a monastery next to me. I'll need 2 movement points to get to the monastery. I really want to train to learn Blood Rage. The problem is I didn't draw any movement cards. I think I'll use my motivation skill to draw 2 cards. Hopefully I can get a card to generate some move points. I also gain 1 fame for using the skill. I'll adjust this first before drawing. Perfect, that's what I was hoping for. I'll use stamina to move to the monastery. I'll use the white mana on the source, but before I use it, I will still take advantage of my tactic to roll the black die. Oh man, I've been having horrible rolls. I'll use a stronger effect of Promise, using the white mana for 4 influence and then add 2 more with Threaten. My reputation is currently at 0, so 6 influence is enough to train in the monastery. Surprise, surprise, I'll learn Blood Rage. Okay, so I've moved and have taken an action. So, now I need to end my turn. I drew only 1 card to start with 5 in my hand. Now let's see how I can gain enough fame to level up. Confronting the Orc Skirmishers will only get me 2 fame. I have a very powerful hand with the bow and Blood Rage. I hate to do it, but I think I will have to burn down the monastery. If I do that, I'll fight a purple enemy, and if I'm successful, I'll gain an artifact. Again, I roll the black die as my mana search for the turn. I'm thinking I just might be able to snipe the enemy in the range attack phase if it isn't fortified, using my bow and swiftness. Burning the monastery will drop me 3 steps in the reputation track. I'll end up in the -2 spot. It's an illusionist. It only has 3 armor, but it is physically resistant. That means that if I am only using normal range attacks on the a strength of 6 to take it out. Luckily, I can easily generate that with my brand new bow and my swiftness attack. Actually, I don't need to power my swiftness attack. I can just discard it as a third card with my bow. Okay, so each card generates 2 range attack for a total of 6, taking out the illusionist before it can summon its cohort to attack. The bow also gives 1 fame for each monster defeated. In this case, I will get 1. I'll end the turn. In the fame board, we see that the illusionist didn't provide me with enough fame to level up. It was only worth 4 fame. But using the bow to defeat it should give us 1 more fame, just enough to push us to the next level. Awesome. I earned a bunch of stuff this turn. Let's start by taking a reward for burning the monastery. Yes, I know that it sounds horrible, but my reward for burning the monastery is an artifact. Let's draw 2 and choose 1. I've got a choice between the Golden Grail and the Horn of Wrath. This isn't much of a choice for me right now. The Siege 5 of the Horn is just too good to pass, and if I use the stronger effect of the artifact, I can get up to 10 Siege, although it would be permanently destroyed. Let's now check out the new skill tokens. Before I choose a skill, I want to make sure the script has been adding up my fame correctly. Okay, yep, everything looks in order. For my skills, I can pick Dueling, which will give me 1 attack and 1 block against the same enemy token once a turn. Or I can choose Refreshing Breeze. Once a round, this will give me a white crystal and will provide 1 point of healing. The extra attack and block every turn is tempting, but now that I have Blood Rage and the Horn of Wrath, which can win me when I use them, I think I better take the Refreshing Breeze. And finally, I need to pick 1 advance action card to complete my level up. I had my eye on Chilling Stare since the last level up. Power of Crystals could provide versatility in my deck, but I really like the effects of the Stare. That completes my level up, so I am ready for the next turn. The dummy player still has 2 more cards in its deck. That means I will have this turn and 2 more afterwards, if I need them. I will challenge the Orc Skirmishers. It won't give us much, but at least it will improve our reputation. The Orcs have 2 small attacks totaling 2, but I am not allowed to separate my blocks from one source. This makes blocking them really inefficient. I think I will block just 1 of the attacks. I'll play Monodraw sideways for 1 point of block. The second attack will go through and I will absorb it. It will deal me 1 win card to my hand. Okay, let's finish off the Orcs. I will use the Guardsmen for 2 attack points, and I will use Blood Rage for 2 more points. That's enough to take out the Orcs. I'll end the turn. But before, now that I am done with the battle, let's use the Refreshing Walk skill to heal the wound and gain a white crystal to my inventory. The summary shows that I will get 2 fame and 1 reputation step for defeating the Orc. Alright, let's draw 2 cards and run the dummy player. He is out of cards, but won't call end a round until next turn. I really feel like the dummy player has been taking its time this round, which is good for me. I still have a lot of good cards in my hand. The Chilling Stare card can provide a lot of influence, which I can use to recruit a unit from the offer. That way I can be better prepared for the next round. Now, I am regretting burning that monastery. I could have easily have hired the monks or the familiars. But then again, it did give me the Horn of Wrath. The northern monks would have been a good hire, but I really don't think I can make it to the other monastery and have enough influence to hire them. Especially since I have to subtract 1 from my influence during interaction because of my reputation. Now, there are plenty of magical glades around, and the familiars can be hired there. The good thing is that interacting in a glade to hire them doesn't take into account my reputation. So, I would only need to generate 6 influence to hire them. They are crystal hogs, but their power and versatility more than makes up for it. Another option would be to go to the keep and hire the swordsman. Okay, let's use improvisation and power it with a red mana from the source. I'll discard tranquility to use it. This will give me 5 movement points. I need 1 more point to get to the keep. I would need to play 1 card sideways for that. Let's see, that really seems like a waste. Sorry everyone, I'm really struggling with this decision. I forgot about my reputation again. I don't think hiring in the keep is such a great idea after all. Okay, yes. Let's just forget about hiring and let's make good use of the cards in my hand. I'll move on to the forest and take on the Elven protectors. The Elven have an armor of 4, but they help the first ally attacked in the battle by adding 2 to its armor. In this case, they will help themselves. So, they have an armor of 6. The Horn of Wrath, unfortunately, is just 1 short of being able to take out the Elven in the siege phase. When I use the Horn of Wrath, I need to roll a die. If I get red or black, I need to take a win to my hand. The roll is white, so nothing happens. The horn generates 5 attack. I would need to complement it with another attack to take out the Elven. Before I do that, let's take care of the attack from the Elven. I'll power up Chilling Stare with a mana from the source to prevent it from attacking. Then I will use Rage to provide the attack points I need to take it out. Alright, so that takes care of the Elven and I can end the turn. The dummy player will call the end of round since it is out of cards. I also have no cards, so I'll just forfeit my turn. This round was very good for me. I felt like I had time to do a lot and gain very powerful items and actions. So, this is 2 rounds played a Mage Knight. I still need to find the cities that I need to conquer to win the scenario, but I still have long ways to go and I have plenty of time to find them in the remaining 4 rounds. I will stop this video now and pick up from here next time. I really hope you have enjoyed this playthrough. Mage Knight is really a great game to play solo. Don't forget to leave a message if you would like to share your thoughts. Thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next one.